Kicking things off, I would be remiss if I did not talk about SK Hynix. I won't beat a dead horse too much because I did talk about it yesterday, but we are seeing adjacent companies in the space looking to open down. Marvell, Intel, and SanDisk all set to open a little bit lower here. Micron right in that pack as well. So definitely something to keep an eye on. You know, we talked a lot about how the SpaceX IPO might affect Tesla and what happens. Is there a replacement effect as people go after the Elon trade? Do people rotate their capital out? And it seems like we might be seeing something similar happen here with the memory stocks with this SK Hynix IPO on the near horizon. Near horizon is in 25 minutes from now, I suppose, or whenever we get shares tradable today. But it seems that there may be some capital rotation coming out of the other memory names so that people can allocate some of those funds into SK Hynix. Also, important note that I would like to flag for today, SK Hynix will be trading as SKHYV for today only. And then on Monday, it will pick up as SKHY. So something to keep an eye on there as well.
Never seen that one before.
Yeah, we were wondering why, because we pulled up SKHY and then it gave us the V. I was like, what is this? What is this ticker symbol? And why is it not SKHX? But Jermal, you were talking about the data centers you drove by when you were taking your trip to Wisconsin. Did that visual resemble the data centers that you saw? Because that was a nice picture where you saw the actual the trucks that looked like little toy cars next to the gigantic center there. So what's the size relation?
Yeah, indeed. It was, I would say this is spot on. I mean, yeah, it's huge, man. A lot of land. Again, a lot of trucks. I think, God, who said this the other day? Somebody said how Caterpillar has become kind of like a AI type of play. And I guess in a way it is when you think about it. Just all the building that's happening. You need these type of trucks. You need, you need that to obviously build a huge data center. So, yeah, it was along the order of the size of this.
Crazy. That might be. Are we stretching a little bit there? Can I just start saying Caterpillar is an anything play if they're used to build the building? Like, can I say Caterpillar is kind of a play on banks because they build the J.P. Morgan headquarters?
I don't know, dude. I would agree with you, but the amount of trucks I saw, it was insane.
Sure.
Like,
yeah,
seriously.
These are obviously gigantic projects that would actually put a meaningful, dent in Caterpillar's bottom line. But yeah, that is a very interesting angle to think about. I've never thought about the construction side of this, but those companies.
Me neither. Well. Me neither.
All right, moving on. Second thing I have to talk about today is Circle. Circle just got regulatory approval essentially to operate as a bank. It is opening up much higher today. The U.S. Office of the Comptroller of Currency granted it official approval to operate as a trust bank. So now they are allowed to directly manage reserves for their regulated stablecoins, particularly USDC. This is a broader trend in the crypto industry where people are trying to shift from, tools to assist individuals with their financial applications into actual financial infrastructure. So the market loving this move for Circle.
I love it. Yeah, I think this is the future of everything is instant. And this was like a couple of years ago, we were talking about stable coins and how stable coins will likely be the first thing that is like a real use case for fund transfers and things like that. And we have it even on Tasty. So like on the weekends, you can deposit and withdraw stable coin on Tasty Trade and get the buying power available immediately, or get your cash available immediately too. If you're trying to bring money out from your trading account or in, it's readily available. And this is a nod to that. Same thing with like pattern day trading removal and global trading hours. Like eventually, I believe you will be able to trade as many tickers as you want at any time you want, because that is just beneficial to everyone, right? Having flexibility, getting rid of the gap risk where markets are closed and the stock's trading, like that will eventually go away. So I like this for Circle.
Did Mike just drop a major bar? The future of everything is instant.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Think about it.
That is the bar. Yeah. And I think you make a great point there. And this is exactly what the blockchain is supposed to be for, right? We kind of jumped the gun with NFTs, whatever that was 5 years ago now, but this is the legitimate applications of the blockchain is instant transfers of ownership of currency. And so, yeah, it's interesting to see a lot of these companies move more into the infrastructure plays. The third and final thing I have in our last minute here, we have another Meta lawsuit. I talked about a Meta lawsuit earlier this week, so I felt it would be only be fitting to talk about the lawsuit that they were convicted of today. Actually, Meta has been found in breach of the EU laws regarding the addictive nature of social media, particularly the EU Digital Services Act. Meta has said, "quote We disagree with these preliminary findings." End quote. No surprise there, and they will continue to drag this out in court. But at the moment, EU is saying Meta is too addictive to exist in their governments.
Wild. And the stock's up 30 points pre-market.
Yes, yes. The market cares not for frivolous things such as multi-hundred million dollar lawsuits for Meta, clearly.
Yeah, it's almost
Speeding ticket.
It's almost like the market was like, okay, it's finally over. Let's rip this thing higher. Like that. Same thing with UNH. UNH had its crazy drop off with all the stuff that was going on there, and now this thing is ripping higher too. So I think these stocks, it's just a testament to, regardless of the headline, these companies are just so big that it's going to take a lot more for them to really fail. So we'll see what happens.
Was that earlier this year? We were in UNH. That feels like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
God.
Look at that.
Yeah, Meta also making a move towards agentic coding right now. They want to compete with Codex, with Claude Code, so they're working on that. They're talking about manufacturing chips. Meta wants their hands in every facet of the tech and AI world right now, it seems. So I don't know. I sort of like the prospects for the future. When you're a company this big with this much money and this many resources, if you throw enough stuff at the wall, something's going to stick. You got to disrupt one of these markets.
For sure. But yeah, I think Circle, I like Circle a lot. I'm going to get back in here. They've got earnings in the beginning of August, but I was looking at like maybe a Super Bowl here, risk reversal, selling a put to buy call or call spread, because there's definitely call skew here. So maybe a wide call spread and then selling a put to finance the whole thing, I think is something I'll check out on the open here.